Alright, imagine this. You've been dating your girlfriend for a while. You want to impress her. Not with flowers. Not with a handwritten poem. No. With dinner. But not just dinner. You want an experience that'll blow both your minds, something she'll remember forever. So what do? You book a reservation. At Onyx Budapest. Now, if you've never heard of Onyx, think of it as the final boss of fine dining. We're talking Michelin star elegance, dishes you can't pronounce, waiters who glide instead of walk, and prices that make your wallet cry for mercy. What happened that night? Let's just say, things got exotic, a little awkward, very intimidating, and completely unforgettable. This is the story of our ultra-luxurious, slightly terrifying, and totally surreal dinner date at Onyx in Budapest. Stick around, you won't believe what dish made us question reality itself. The setup, entering the beast. So first off, let me paint the scene. It's a crisp evening in Budapest. The streets are glowing gold with vintage lamps, the Danube is shimmering, and I'm standing outside Onyx, this historic, ridiculously posh building that doesn't even need a sign. You just know. Velvet ropes. Doorman in tuxes. And a hostess who looked like she was trained by MI6 in eye contact. I look over at my girlfriend, and she's stunning. Hair done, heels on, that elegant look that says, I've been waiting for this. Meanwhile, I'm internally screaming like, don't mispronounce anything. Don't spill the wine. Don't knock over a fork. We walk in. And boom. It's not a restaurant. It's a cathedral of cuisine. The lighting is moody. The table settings are so symmetrical they make IKEA jealous. And every guest looks like they're either royalty or an art dealer. The menu, what did we just order? We sit down. The waiter glides over like he's floating. Soft voice. Impeccable suit. He hands us the menu? And that's when panic hits. The menu isn't a menu. It's poetry. In Hungarian and French. I see words like béarnaise espuma, carabiniero emulsion, a smoked marrow custard. Is that a dish? A spell? A dare? There's no traditional appetizer main dessert. It's a 12-course discovery menu, and we have no idea what's coming. We just nod, smile, and say, we'll take the full experience. And just like that, the countdown begins. The first bites, weird, wonderful, and woe course one arrives. It's called forest floor. And it looks exactly like that. A rock. A leaf. A tiny mushroom perched on a cracker. But then you taste it, and it's earthy, buttery, tangy, and somehow emotional. Like if autumn had a flavor, this was it. Course 2. A single spoon. On it, a sphere of something red. It explodes in your mouth like a burst of hibiscus and citrus. The waiter calls it a palate cleanser. I call it a mouth firework. By course 4, I've realized something. I'm not eating. I'm time traveling. One bite takes me to a forest in northern Europe. Another to a coastal town in Spain. Another to an alpine meadow I've never visited, but suddenly miss. It's exotic, beautiful. But also a little intimidating. I look at my girlfriend, and she's loving it. She's in it. Taking slow bites, sipping wine, whispering wow after each course. Meanwhile, I'm Googling, what is quenelle? Under the table. Alright, quick pause. If you're still watching, you are my kind of people. Adventurous, curious, maybe even a little bit hungry right now. If you've ever been on a dinner date that spiraled into the unexpected, exotic food, awkward moments, or just pure unforgettable magic, drop your story in the comments. I want to hear it. And hey, while you're here, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We've got more foodie adventures coming, from the craziest street food in Asia to underground speakeasy meals in New York. You're not gonna want to miss it. Alright, let's get back to Onyx. Because what happened next changed the whole night. The intimidating twist, the main event, so we're about halfway through. The courses have been ramping up in intensity. Then comes the course. A dome-shaped cover is lifted off a plate in front of us. Smoke billows. Inside, a single piece of pigeon. Pigeon. Like city bird. But this one. Slow roasted. Glazed in elderberry reduction. Nestled on a bed of black garlic foam. And next to it, a crispy feather made of beetroot. The waiter says, this dish represents freedom and sacrifice. I blink. Did he just say the bird died for philosophy? I glance at my girlfriend, she's frozen. Pigeon was not on her vision board for tonight. But then she does the thing, that brave, refined, badass thing, and takes a bite. She pauses, smiles, looks at me and says, that's incredible. And honestly, it was gamey, yes. But tender, sweet, rich. It felt sacred. Food that makes you feel something. Even if it's confusion at first. The surprise course, hidden message dessert, then comes dessert. And this was the real flex. The waiter brings over what looks like a plain, white ceramic tile. On it, a delicate splash of chocolate, tiny edible flowers, and a golden sphere. We're confused. Then he pours a clear liquid onto the plate. And slowly, a message appears, like invisible ink. It says, in elegant script, thank you for exploring with us. Turns out, the message was printed with edible lemon ink, only visible when exposed to a specific vapor. We're sitting there, smiling like kids. It's not just a meal. It's art. A game. A memory carved into our senses. The bill, and the breakdown so. The moment of truth. The bill arrives in a leather-bound booklet so luxurious, it probably has a trust fund. We open it. Pause. Laugh. Cry. Internally, let's just say, this dinner cost more than 2 months of groceries. It was very worth it. But also very real. And you know what? No regrets. Because it wasn't about the food. It was about the experience. A once-in-a-lifetime kind of night, shared with someone you love. So, what's the takeaway? Would I recommend Onyx Budapest? Absolutely, if you want to be blown away. If you're ready for dishes you can't pronounce, emotions you didn't expect, and memories that hit deeper than flavor. Also, come with an open mind. And a very open wallet. As we stepped out that night into the cool Budapest air, holding hands, stomachs full and hearts fuller, I realized. The most exotic thing about dinner wasn't the pigeon, or the foam, or the $400 wine pairing. It was the connection. The kind of connection that only happens when you both step out of your comfort zones and into something unforgettable. Thanks for joining me on this wild, intimidating, delicious journey. If you liked it, smash that like button. Hit subscribe. And tell me, where should we eat next? Until then, stay curious. Stay hungry.